Okay, we're starting. I'm not saying anything, right? Right.
It's somethingplanet.com. Their videos and podcasts are the bomb. Tune on in, they'll have their say. It's Stu and John and Dave today. It's somethingplanet.com.
Something Planet Podcast, episode number 519. Welcome to it. I'm your host, John J, and with me are my favorite married couple.
Yay!
That's definitely sounding weird.
I haven't heard that intro in forever.
That is the original intro, yeah. That's the original Something Planet intro. That's like, and that little talking in the beginning. That's the first thing that we ever recorded, I think, and we saved
that's
it.
Fun. I like it.
With me is my favorite married couple. I am having some audio monitoring problems, so I apologize if there was a little bit of feedback in the beginning there. Let me jump over here and introduce our guests, Lauren Gray and Jander Gray. Welcome back to the show. It's been a while.
Hi, kids.
It's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
What have you guys been up to? I know there. I mean, I talked to you a little bit, but we got to catch up with the listeners a little bit. You know how long it's been since you guys have been on a show?
No.
I looked it up. It's been over a year.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
we did our little hiatus, and now I got bored with being bored, and now we're back. So, gonna do a bunch of podcasts.
It's been a pretty crazy year. We got divorced and remarried.
Divorced and remarried.
Yeah, same day.
As you do, just to keep things fresh.
Yeah.
I have outfitted Jander in a series of Target outfits and hats.
It's true.
Okay.
And that has been really exciting for Jander.
Yes, it was very exciting for all of my comedian friends to roast me yesterday on social media.
Yeah, that was your new hat. That was
that was my new hat.
So hold on.
that.
You got him that hat. That's your fault.
Yes, I got him a straw hat because he looked cute, and no one can stop me. Not even Hugh can stop me from buying him a straw hat. It was funny though because literally in the same day I went shopping with Hugh, and we went out picking like this like slutty like date like gay outfits for Hugh. And then immediately to Target, and it's just like the most married shit ever for Jander. Like, oh, this nice little straw hat and some little lilac shorts.
What is the look you're going for? Is this like a Barbie fetishization?
A
or
Barbie fetish? Oh, yeah.
Is that what's happening?
Male
You're trying to turn him
bimbo.
into a Ken doll? Yeah, himbo.
It felt like a little middle-aged Ken.
It's
Maybe,
like, yeah,
you know?
middle-aged.
I am
now
like-
introducing middle-aged Ken
I am like a perfect middle-aged Ken doll.
with removable paunch.
yeah.
It's like he's been going to the gym and you just
Yeah.
pull it off of there.
Yeah.
It just adjusts.
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Patty's Day was fun as hell yesterday. What did you guys end up doing? I know we ran into each other randomly.
Yeah, it was a good time.
That was good. We started off, in a traditional, St. Patrick's Day sense. We went to the most traditional place we possibly could for lunch, Casatina.
Casatina is traditional.
And
Well, we knew we could get a seat.
yeah,
so.
it was the quickest seat in town. So
Yeah, that's always my deal. Is like Cinco de Mayo, I'll go to and get shepherd's pie at an Irish bar.
yeah.
We got the corned beef and cabbage tacos.
Really?
No, they didn't.
No. Okay,
I
was gonna
wish
say.
they
It'll be
did.
so
Somebody
good,
did
though.
that.
That's
Somebody
hilarious.
fucking did that.
It's probably not that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Little crowded up taco.
it's probably fine. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I mean, we were already kind of buzzed.
So you
I
started
could eat
off
sauerkraut tacos.
drinking. So what did you Uber to Casatina's?
We went to well, we did it. We didn't Uber. We drove over, but we were like, after we're done drinking, we have to take at least 2 hours walking around looking at old houses before we can get back in the car.
Yeah, that's always smart.
So that's what we did. So we walked it off for a while, and we paced ourselves so we didn't get too crazy.
Yeah, and we broke into 3 houses.
You broke into only 3 houses?
Only 3 houses.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they
Pipe
did
bomb.
not lock the door.
Yeah, no, in Dunedin, they put it on hard mode, which is really only just begging you to do it more because
Right.
instead of having like a condemned house or an empty house, did you know that they just brick up the door?
Yeah. That's
What do you
pretty
mean?
wild.
There was a house in downtown Dunedin that was obviously empty and had been there empty for a while, and you could see where they had taken the door off and they just put cement block in place of the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds like
That'll keep those bums out.
No squatters allowed.
That was a plot line on The Wire.
What?
Yeah, they were like murdering people and then putting them in abandoned houses and then just breaking up the door.
Oh,
It was like apartments or whatever in Baltimore, and then they would just put dead bodies in there,
Maybe
and then they
that's
would
the
brick it
case.
up.
okay.
I think they would knock the bricks out that were meant to keep the homeless out, put dead bodies in there, and
And
then
just brick it
re-brick them
back
back up. Yeah.
Well, and Lauren
Brilliant.
taught me about the orange thing, which I did not.
Oh,
know
he
about.
didn't know that the
I thought
houses.
that was like the Dunedin Illuminati.
Yeah, that's that painting right behind you. That's our version of the Dunedin Orange.
The Dunedin cigarette.
Cigarette.
Dunedin
Yeah.
cigarette.
That's the
Come on
Pinellas Park
inside.
cigarette.
You're welcome. You're part of our secret society.
I did a very non-traditional St. Patty's Day as well. Me and Leah rode our bikes to the Blue Jays spring training game.
Nice.
How was that? Did they train?
They trained and they sprang and they dashed and they run and they threw and they did all the sports.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they did sports.
Well, it's just one sport. No, I love spring training. It's like not spring training is like not the regular season, right?
I wouldn't know any which way.
Yeah, so it's like
it's practice.
exhibition games,
Yeah,
basically. And so they're giving like the younger guys in the lower organizations opportunities to like
Okay.
advance, basically.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice. That's
They get
very
to be real
sweet.
baseball players now.
I don't know. You think like those guys like suck that are in like the lower leagues, like single A
I wouldn't
and
think so. I don't
double
know.
A. No, they
Yeah.
don't. Like
Yeah.
I watch them play and I'm like, oh, I could never fucking do that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, those guys that are in like AAA men's league sports, they're all pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
well, AAA AAA is really good because
Yeah.
those are the guys that are on their way up
Yeah.
to the majors that are
Yeah.
very
Yeah,
top
they're guys
prospects.
that are recovering
And
from
then-
injuries from major
Yeah, and then
leagues
there's
that
also
sort of
major
thing.
leaguers that are just down because of an injury or they're getting close to retirement or whatever,
that
but they're
happens
still
too.
good. But what we have in Clearwater and Dunedin is single A baseball. So it's mostly just like high school and college kids.
Really, I didn't know
Okay.
that.
Yeah, so there's actually two versions of single A. It's a low and high single A. So we're actually low single A. So
Is there a B, or is it just?
no, single A, double A, triple A, major league.
That's so stupid. Let's just do A, B, C, D. and
Yeah,
E.
don't make it confusing.
Yeah. Why make it confusing? They know the lower.
F League is just in a sports bar.
Yeah. Just. They
Well, that
know
would be
they're
like
the
darts.
Yeah, darts.
I just think it's silly because like they know like the lowest A. What is it? The AB or whatever. A low or whatever.
Yeah.
They
low A.
know they're the F team.
Right.
You're not hiding it from them.
Right, but they don't like to be called the F team.
I would go see the F team.
Well, I'm thinking about getting into women's soccer. They have a professional women's soccer team coming to Tampa. I'm thinking about supporting them.
There you go.
Except I don't like the name.
What is the name?
I think it's called the Sunshine or something. It's. I guess it's
Hey
kind of.
Sunshine.
Well, it's kind of a play on the Rays because the Rays switched from the Devil Rays to like the Rays as
Yeah.
in Rays of
They should be called
Sunshine.
the Sunspots.
Hold on. Let me see.
What? What is that even supposed to mean?
I like it. The Sunspots.
The sunspots,
Yeah.
the pre-cancers.
Yeah.
That's what you want to call them.
Exactly.
I
That's a
think
good
it should
name for a
be.
Florida
I think
team.
it'd be cool if it was like similar to like the
yeah,
Rowdies.
Sun FC.
Sun FC.
Yeah,
What's the
What-
FC for?
football club.
Football club. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what they
it's-
call like teams over in England and stuff is like FC,
Okay.
and then American teams have now started to like adopt that. So we have like Orlando City.
See, they're sneaking in their agenda.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting us. Pretty soon, people are going to care about this soccer thing.
To give it another couple decades, probably.
catch on.
Soccer can be fun. You know what I like about soccer is they're busy. I do like that
Lot
they're
of running.
busy. They're so busy. Like that's the
Great
they're-
asses.
Yeah, great asses. They're all svelte. Like they can't soccer is the antithesis of baseball.
Oh yeah, you could be a fat guy and play baseball.
That's why I have a
Yeah.
hard time watching baseball because you'll be sitting there and not at like your like low A team, but you're watching the Rays.
Oh, yeah.
And this motherfucker with a gullet. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have a gullet, but like you're playing professional
Yeah.
sports, bro.
That's
But-
Babe Ruth, man. His
I don't-
legacy is a chocolate bar.
You look at like Vlad Guerrero Jr. you know, and he's like kind of like a chubby guy, you know. He's like the son of another major leaguer.
Sounds like a Croatian vampire.
He's a no, I forget where he's from, but his name is Vladimir. Black guy. But he's kind of fat. But then as soon as like the ball gets hit to him, he like moves faster than like any you would ever think he could
Yeah.
fucking.
Oh, he's like a sloth.
Yeah, like he can kill you.
I have
Explosive
this,
powers.
because I have this theory
That's
about.
Lauren's theory,
That's
yeah.
my theory about sloths, which I'm sure I've mentioned on this podcast multiple times, but it has been over a year, so I will remind people. A lot of people think sloths are super cute. I do not, because they've got hooks for hands. Everybody's like, oh, they're slow, they're sleepy. No, they wait. They're lying in wait. When you're not looking, they're like, boom, like they're super fast. They
It's true,
they
can
reserve
add-
all
they
their
can
energy.
access the speed force.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing over there at the race.
Yes, they are the
That's what
Barry
they're doing.
Allens of the animal world.
If a team named themselves the Sloths, I'd totally be for that team. Regardless.
Yeah, I think we need more funny sports names.
We
teams,
do.
You know?
The unlikable hog
like they have like the Montgomery Biscuits.
The biscuits is
yeah,
fun.
Biscuits,
I got a Biscuits hat. It's
What are they? What kind of sport is that?
it's baseball.
Okay,
It's part of the
perfect.
it's part of the
So it's
Rays
a bunch of fat
organization.
guys. Huh?
Perfect.
Yeah, they're from
baseball name.
Alabama. They're
Okay,
called the
yeah.
Biscuits.
Yeah,
Their
they're eating
mascot is a
Kool-Aid
biscuit,
pickles.
is an anthropomorphic biscuit with
Yes.
butter for its tongue.
Yes.
Very
Smiles
second.
with bacon.
On
Oh,
board.
I love it.
On
Yeah.
board. Like, what? Why can't we have a team called like the Florida Men or something like that? And like
That-
they all come out in jorts.
That sounds like the avatar of heart attack death.
Well, you know
Like
they're.
that's who you see in the hospital leering over your bed when you're dying in Alabama.
It's a biscuit.
Just a biscuit that smiles with bacon teeth.
I love that. That's what I want to see when I go.
Yeah, I mean I think more funny teams are the way to go.
I agree.
Yeah.
I had an idea for
Yeah, let's
the
stop being racist and start being funny.
Yeah.
I had an idea for the Dunedin Blue Jays. Like a lot of minor league teams have alternate names, you know.
Okay.
So like I think there's a team in San Antonio. I forget what their regular team name is, but their like alternate team name is the Chonklas, which is like a
That's fun.
Spanish for like sandal. You know.
Sandal with like sandal with like a heel on it.
Yeah,
right?
it's like a sandal with a heel on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so it's like the mascot is like a giant sandal.
That's cool.
Like that's
See?
fun. So I was
love
thinking
that.
alternate team name for Dunedin Blue Jays would be Dunedin Ospreys
Okay.
Yeah.
because there's ospreys that live in the stadium. You know.
When
cool.
we were going into abandoned houses, we saw 2 giant osprey nests.
Oh yeah.
Not in the
In the
house.
house?
Not in the house.
Those ospreys are squatting.
Yeah.
Squatting.
No, this was in
ospreys.
an expensive piece of land where I walked around and I was like, "Well, see, you can't build here because there's a live oak."
Did
which
you guys
was
go
fun.
look at like the mansions on the water there?
Yes,
Oh,
which I
okay.
had never done that before.
Yeah, yeah.
And they've got some cute shit hidden away. I'm not gonna lie.
They do.
They do. We went over by that New Orleans themed place.
Oh yeah, the carousel bar.
That place is cool.
Yeah.
That's,
Did you guys sit at the carousel, or was it too crowded?
No, I got to sit there for a little bit. I got up because Jander wasn't drinking at that point because he was waiting it out to drive.
I was being good.
He was being a good boy. But I ordered a Sazerac there, and that shit was fire. So I'm excited to go back to that
yeah,
place.
that place was cool.
You can't make a bad Sazerac if you use Sazerac rye.
Oh,
That's
I
the only one.
guess
That's the only real one.
that's this episode is
Yeah, I
brought
went
to
to-
you.
I went to last year. I went to New Orleans for 5 days with Leah for my 40th birthday trip, and it was pretty fucking awesome. I went to the original Carousel Bar. That's based on like a New Orleans place that's been around for like 100 years or something, probably. But we didn't get to sit at the Carousel Bar because it's kind of cool because you can rotate around the bar and then watch jazz music and stuff like that. But yeah, New Orleans is dope. Have you guys been?
I've never.
He's never been. I've only been as a kid. I want to go back so bad because now as an adult, there's so much that I know to go see in New Orleans.
Right.
Now.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot to do there as a kid.
There's really not. We ate dinner
Maybe
there,
you
and that
could
was
get
it.
Sex trafficked.
Yeah.
probably-
There's
Yeah,
that.
as a kid, yeah. What
Not-
did they?
That's not the funnest place. on earth
Possessed
for
by a
kid.
ghost. You know.
Yeah, possessed by a ghost.
yeah, a couple
Yeah, I
cool
mean,
things.
there's like some fun history and ghost tours, and we did a voodoo tour.
That's cool.
Our guide was like an actual voodoo initiate
Okay.
who was like studying, like I guess I forget what the actual terms is. Like, there's a bunch of French terms for like different.
That would make.
It's
me
a lot
nervous.
like when you used to do like the covenant stuff.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, it's a it tends to be a social practice.
Yeah,
but
it's a social practice
yeah.
like that, but it's got more like Christian mythology mixed into it. I think.
Well, it's got it. Well, so you had all these. You had a bunch of people coming over from like Africa and places like that, and you had their, their religion and their mythology from those places.
Yeah.
And they brought it over here, and in order to keep their practices sacred and alive, they utilized Christian mythology to cover their gods. So you'll see like there are certain Christian saints and stuff and that they pray to, but it's
Right.
like used as kind of a shield for what the originating spirit
Yeah,
or Loa
yeah.
is.
Yeah, like Santeria, similar
Yeah.
in that way. Yeah, that's what they were saying on the tour. Yeah, it was like, well, like the Catholic Church accepted it because we were like worshiping altars of saints.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah.
that's what happened with voodoo in that area, and that also happened in Mexico as well with their indigenous gods. And fuck the Christians for making everybody hide shit. But also, like, if everybody, like, whatever. It's a closed practice. There's really not much I could ever speak to about it because I'll never
like they
know
don't
enough.
Share, yeah, they definitely don't share everything on the tour.
No,
You
and nor should they. Like that's
Yeah, it's their shit.
That's their shit. It's okay for people to have their own private shit. It doesn't always have to be for everyone.
So I'm not sure how we got from St. Patty's Day to here, but
well, I
a
mean,
different
if you
kind of
get
we went from
me
St.
in a
Patty's
room,
Day to baseball to voodoo.
Baseball and St. Patty's Day closer.
Closer-
How
closer,
we got from
yeah.
St. Patty's Day to voodoo, I don't know.
I think I'm just in the room and I'm gonna skew it however I want to skew
Just
it.
got
It's
got
just
to voodoo.
it's always gonna lean.
Yeah, so after the baseball game, I met intern James. We saw at the game. He was there with one of his friends.
Oh yeah, that was cool
And,
running into him too.
And so we went to Cara Cara afterwards, which we have a show this week. Amber Autry is going to be in town. She's going to be performing at Cara Cara 8 p.m. on Friday. Tickets are $25, but I believe there's only 2 of them as of
shit.
this recording left. So if you want to go, I mean, you can try.
Yeah.
It's too late.
Yeah, I don't
Should
know.
we
It
get
might be
off
too
the
late.
pot? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been talking about it for a while now, okay?
And not to boost it, like, not to push you any further if you're thinking about it, but like one of the coolest places to go in Dunedin is that area that you're having that show in, the
Oh,
Nest.
the Broadway area.
Yeah,
'cause
is
it's
that what
got-
they're calling it now?
That's what they. Yeah, well, I think the restaurant owners there have agreed to call it like the Broadway area of downtown Dunedin because that's
Okay.
what that street is. or
Yeah,
whatever.
that street, and then that room. Are they still calling the room that you're doing it in the Nest, or has
It's
it
called
been
the Nest, but it's
absorbed?
not a. It's been absorbed by Cara Cara.
Okay, well, the
it's
side-
always been the same owners.
Yeah, so the
It's al-
side room.
Yeah, so the side room is the Nest.
Yeah,
at
and
Cara
that
Cara.
little space is one of the
cool.
coolest spaces in Dunedin. And I'm sure it was probably hard to maintain, so I understand them not keeping it open as like a regular bar night. But man, every time I go to Dunedin, I think about how I wish I could get a drink right there.
Yeah, it is the best, and
is a
we
great
are talking
spot.
about doing a bunch of stuff there, like
Mm-hmm.
utilizing that room for comedy, more burlesque nights. We were talking about maybe doing a comedy or combo comedy burlesque night. Mm-hmm. So that might be fucking fun.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'll come dance.
Yeah. Yeah, just do a little song,
Yeah.
put some nipple tassels on you.
Yeah,
Oh,
y'all know you
man.
want to see this burlesque daddy. I'm
You
wearing
know,
pasties
people
right
would
now.
people would go would go.
People
for
would
that.
go nuts.
Yeah.
Apparently they would.
that would go well.
Apparently, this is something I've learned in the last year. I am apparently entirely clueless to when gay dudes are trying to bang me.
Oh my
You're
god.
a total bear, yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, he's
My wife spots it like a mile away.
dude. Okay, so
You have real wet butthole energy.
you do
Yeah, I
a
mean,
little bit.
It's not energy. It's a reality. my
It's a
friend.
wet butthole.
Yeah. There's a moistness to your walk.
I am the unwashed mass.
No, what
Whoa,
where
that is an unwashed mass if I ever saw one.
That is an unwiped masshole.
No, where's that place where you always get hit on? It's a town in Florida. It's south of here. It's not
Oh,
Sarasota.
Fort Myers.
Every time we go to Fort Myers,
When you
in
go to the comedy
particular-
club next to the abortion clinic.
Yes.
Daddy's a catch in Fort Myers, Florida.
He gets
Yeah.
cornered. We were standing.
Well, I'm pretty sure Nathan Wallace is the most attractive guy that lives there.
Man. He is a very beautiful lesbian woman.
He's a good-looking. Yeah, he's a handsome woman.
He's she's
As far as a
well
man, I don't know. I don't know what his wife. I mean, his wife is pretty. I don't know. I guess he's nice.
He looks like Marcy from Married with Children.
He does. Yeah, same haircut.
Yeah, it's the whole same vibe.
He's gonna hear this now, and he's gonna be so
He's
mad.
gonna
at
be
us.
so mad.
No,
But
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's addressing that on
no,
stage.
all
Yeah,
the
that's
effort he puts into his hair is so worth it. The back
He's
comb
got- yeah,
is
he's-
noticed and
I'm
appreciated.
pretty
have
sure.
good-ass hair, though.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, that.
Nathan Wallace still has a bottle of L.A. Looks from 1999. You remember that gel that would just crush your
Yes.
hair into like an
Yes.
ice shard?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
beautiful.
No, we
Yeah,
were
it was
we were
just
there.
Cement.
We were there in Fort Myers, and we're standing next to each other. We're mid conversation, and this guy walks up and he starts talking to Jander. He positions. We're sitting at the bar, so we're in bar seats. He positions his way between our bar seats and turns his back completely to me.
Oh.
And he is
That
up in
is
Jander's
aggressive.
face.
If I can describe the guy, he totally had the
Get right up on that
like,
mic.
He had this creepy kind of.
Yeah, you can scoot over towards the mic. You don't have to like spin towards it.
Well, I don't know. I was just doing it my comfy little way.
Okay.
He looked like, what was the guy's name from Game of Thrones? Jack and Hagar, the faceless man.
Oh,
guy?
the faceless man. Yeah.
Right?
yeah, he was
Like,
giving
he
that.
totally had that vibe.
Some movie star, but with like the
I
intense
wouldn't
gaze.
say handsome, but
Oh, so like just too
greasy
intense.
and just
He was
really
very
dialed
intense.
Too intense.
down.
Like Jander's glasses were fogging up from his breath. Like that's how close this dude
Oh,
was to
no.
him. And we get away and I'm like, damn, that dude wanted to fuck you, bro. And he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like,
yeah, I
the
wouldn't
level,
know.
like, are you lying or are you that clueless? Because that is insane
Yeah,
to
dude,
me.
I'm just so straight that it's like why? No.
Just
Like,
so
why,
He
would-
had-
Why would a dude be trying to bang
he
me?
had his
Like, I
foot-
don't understand. It's a
Dude's-
combination between being so straight and having low self-esteem. There's like no way a dude's trying to bang me.
Dudes are into me. I've been a queer bait
Yeah,
since
dudes
I
the
are
mean,
beginning.
there's
definitely
nothing
into you,
wrong
dude.
with that. I
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
how can you
Definitely
not know?
queer
Like
bait,
he
yeah.
had his foot on the, you know how like bar
You've
stools
got
have.
McConaughey Dallas Buyers Club vibe.
Yeah, you're definitely. Yeah, he had his
You
foot
put
on
a
the
cowboy
little.
hat and you're getting butt fucked.
That's it. Jean jacket and a cowboy hat.
There you go.
I'm
That's all you
great.
need. Not another thing.
Or broke
Um,
back done eating.
We sold out the Legion show that we just did. Thank you, everybody that shared that.
I heard
so we
that
could get
went
the
well.
yeah, so that we could get the word out. We definitely appreciate that because we're raising money for the Veterans Hospital Support Foundation, which helps take care of veterans and their families that are in the hospital, and they also help homeless vets with food and water and living situations and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. And I see there's another one coming up that's already sold out, right?
No, I know that one didn't sell out yet. That one was kind of last minute. I guess the Safety Harbor Spa wanted to do a Veterans Appreciation Night, so I
That's
told them that,
cool.
I mean, you guys, or Military Appreciation Night. I told them, I don't know if they're doing it, but like invite some of the guys from the Air Force Base to come in for free. Active duty. We always talk about the veterans or whatever, but guess what? It sucks way more being on active duty than it does to be a veteran.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one is going to be at the Safety Harbor Spa on Tuesday. Not Tuesday
Nice.
next week.
Okay.
So, I
the
forget-
Tuesday night show. That'll be
Tuesday
interesting.
night show at the Safety Harbor Spa, and me and Danny Bevins. Danny Bevins is closing that out.
Oh, that's
and
going to be a great show.
There's a bunch of veterans on it too.
Yeah, I
doing
saw that
shorter
lineup.
sets.
That's great.
I think I'm doing 20 minutes.
Nice.
But I heard that room is fucking killer.
I've
so.
never seen it.
Cool.
Never
Me
seen
Yeah,
neither.
so the Legion show sold out. Ken Miller came. Ken Miller and Chris Alexander came all the way from Orlando and very unsurprisingly killed the room. Everybody fucking loved them. The only problems we had, there was a couple ladies that were overserved.
Oh, yeah.
Did Ken mention that when you ran?
He
it down?
did, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Yo, you are fucking up my timing." I mean, he's really funny,
Yeah.
but his act does rely a lot on his timing. Like he is
Yeah.
very, he is like very cognizant of his timing. Like
Yeah, very efficient
he's
joke
very
writer.
efficient. he's got this down to like the second
He
to
really-
make it work
yeah,
perfectly.
he really does. Ken
So it's
is
like,
so
do not
solid.
shout stuff at comedians unless they ask you to shout stuff at them.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yeah. That is the worst when you're really setting up a great joke and one
And then
idiot
somebody just goes,
yells,
Yeah.
and you're just like, I could kill you right now.
I
It's like,
wish that you
we
were
were like
dead.
2 seconds away from a huge punchline dropping in this room.
And you just had to
and
vomit
you just boned
shit.
the whole thing because you're a drunk asshole.
Yeah, yeah, definitely don't do that. If you're drunk, that's okay.
Yeah, get
just
drunk.
sit there and laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
allowed to be
happy.
drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to be drunk.
Yeah, be a little drunk, have a good
Yeah.
time, but
Oh, yeah.
don't shout stuff.
Yeah.
Don't fall out of your chair.
Or I don't care if you fall out of your chair.
Yeah, I guess
Just don't
not.
talk to me about
Just
it.
do it when the punchline hits.
Yeah.
Are we talking? Are we talking on the podcast today about the incident last week?
The instant. Oh, how
The
that.
incident? Are we talking about? Because I
Yeah,
like
we
talking
can. I'm
shit.
fine. I'm fine with talking about
I
it.
like talking shit.
I'll
Yeah,
talk
me
shit.
too. Let's
I
go.
like. Yeah. Let's. Okay. So, well, you guys explain it then, because
Okay, so I have a show. I have a show called Unholy Comedy. I co-produce it and
Great
host it
show.
with.
I've done it a couple times.
with our best friend Hugh. And it is a show that is unique for comedy because we have comedians. It has like the unholy kind of very dark kind of gothic aesthetic. And between comedian sets, Hugh and I do tarot readings in a funny way. It's we dress up. I dress up as a nun. He dresses up as a
Yeah,
priest.
I mean, you guys are basically doing the equivalent of like cold reading.
Yeah,
You
it's
know,
it
it's
pretty
crowd
much
work,
is
but
that.
it is cold reading.
Yes, it is. That's exactly what it is.
I dress up as a leather daddy and I work in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he hands
Yeah.
out hand jobs.
Moist
Jander
towelette.
positions himself
He hands
by
out his
a
moist
hole in the
asshole.
wall.
Moist butthole.
But yeah, so it's like it's a very different thing for comedy. We've tried to make it as unique as possible, and we've put a lot of work into the marketing,
There's
the branding,
nothing else like it.
the experience.
There's nothing else like it at all.
Yeah.
Completely original idea.
And the
Nobody's
room-
done it before.
Yeah, the room we do it in, we're able to project shit on the walls and stuff.
Well, it's a
so-
magic theater. So
Yeah, it's a
in the,
magic
what is
theater.
it, the Zubrick
Yeah,
Magic
Zubrick
Theater?
Magic
Yeah,
Theater.
these guys are award-winning magicians from Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they really know what the fuck they're
Oh,
doing when
these
it comes
guys-
to setting up a theater.
Yeah, these
Their
guys are
production value
amazing.
is mwah.
The theater itself is
So good.
really well put together, and we spend extra money and extra time to sit down with these guys and make it a production. So there's a lot that goes into
Yeah,
it.
you guys aren't just showing up at a theater.
No.
And being like, here's a comedy show.
Yeah.
It's not that.
It's not
it's
that.
a different thing.
Yeah, which is nothing wrong with that. I do plenty of
No,
those.
plenty
We've
of
done
shows are
plenty of
just
those.
comedy shows. That's
But
not this, though.
We're doing something a little bit different. So I say all that to let you know the kind of effort that we're trying to put into this thing. We find out 2 weeks before our show that's supposed to be coming up that somebody decided to make a show called Unholy Comedy Showcase. And, I'm not shy to say this. Put it in the shittiest fucking room in Tampa Bay. And not only that, do it the weekend after our show.
Oh, I'll go ahead and call out the shittiest room in Tampa
Oh,
Bay.
Pegasus
That is
Lounge?
Pegasus
Yeah.
Lounge.
It
That
is the
I've never had a
shittiest-
good show there.
No.
Well, I've never performed music there, but I've gone to friends' shows
Yeah.
that did music there.
Yeah.
And those
There's never
shows
been a good
also
comedy
sucked.
show there, yeah.
There's never been a good
The
comedy
only
show there.
people that have been killed at that place have literally been shot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
No, I think someone got stabbed one time. Oh, but they didn't die.
Someone got
Yeah.
shot outside like one of the first years I was doing comedy, and that's when I was like, I don't know if I'm going to that mic anymore.
it's just the whole place has a very weird fucking vibe to it. It's somewhere between it's like if the Ritz, a meth house, and an orgy had a baby and no one showed up. That is what it's like.
the vibe is
The smell is all
we're
those
open.
things. Yeah. The
Yeah.
smell is all those things.
do-
The look is all those things.
They do,
it is nothing.
They do karaoke. I don't know if they still do this, but back in the day, they would do karaoke, but instead of like projecting the karaoke video behind you,
Mm-hmm.
they would just show porn on silent.
So that's
Like hardcore
yeah,
gangbangs.
That's
Nice.
kind of funny. And
It's kind of funny until you've been sitting there for 10 minutes. You're like, we're just watching
Yeah.
just fucking porn in
And
front of
that's
everybody.
why
Like,
it's
this
called
is so
Pegasus.
weird.
Yes. It's kind
Like,
of
this
funny.
is odd.
It's kind of funny if everyone in the room is doing it in an ironic way. But the problem with fucking Pegasus is that the majority of the people in there are not, and they've got raging boners the entire time. And now you're just in a porn theater, and it's fucking
Yeah,
weird.
now you're fucking
Now it's weird.
Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
Touching yourself with a bunch of other dudes in a
There's
porno
3
Yeah.
boners in
It's
this bar right
it's very fucking strange.
All right, so sorry.
Anyways,
go on.
so this is the venue they decided to put our fucking Temu knockoff show in. And not only that, our ticket prices reflect the money it takes to rent the venue for
Well,
the
you guys gotta
night,
buy
the
insurance.
promotion, the insurance, everything.
You guys are a legit production.
Yeah, we put a lot of work into it. So our ticket prices reflect that. So our cheapest ticket is about $35, something like that. They decide,
$35, that's not bad.
which is not bad.
A regular comedy
yeah.
show is $20 to $25 now.
Exactly. And we have VIP seats that are much more expensive, but they come with a gift bag and they come with all this shit. So, anyways, that is to say, they decide to charge $10 and undercut the fucking show by, at its lowest ticket price, $20, and steal from our shit by calling it unholy, by using the
Instead
same
of
color scheme.
Unholy comedy show, it's the unholy comedy
Showcase. Yeah.
now. They even,
Totally different.
Totally
guys.
different,
yeah.
guys.
Well, they even aped the flyers. Like
Yeah.
they copied
Yes.
the older flyers. It was the same.
Yeah,
style.
our original flyer had Hugh and I in a casket. They had one of the comedians in a casket in the flyer. The color scheme was exactly the same, the red and black, the gothic vibes. It was so obviously a knockoff. So we called them. Originally, before we posted a single thing, because
Yeah, you didn't immediately post.
we didn't immediately post. We got a number of people reached out to us who saw the flyer before we did. And then we started a group chat with the comics that were on the show and the showrunner and said, hey guys, what is this? And let me tell you, none of them said anything, if at all.
Oh, so they were just like, what?
No, so the showrunner didn't say anything.
Who's the showrunner? I don't know who this guy
Seth
is.
Galway Jr., is that his
Yeah,
name?
something like that.
He does shit at Pegasus pretty much only. And he's a real fucking piece of shit because when we finally did get public with it, because they wouldn't fucking respond to us, with the exception of Chris Coombe being real glib and shitty about it. Just so if you're fucking stalking this, please do not talk to me in person. You've said enough online. But just aside from that, like, he goes on to say later when we talk about it publicly in the local comedy group on Facebook, he said, I didn't know there was another Unholy. So we went and checked the people who were interested in going on the Facebook event.
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker wrote interested. He knew exactly
So, yeah,
what he was
like,
doing.
Oh, I'm going to steal that.
Yeah, so he was just some
Yeah.
boomer who saw something shiny and went, I could do that, and thought he
I
could
do
get
the
away with
same
that.
thing.
And tried to undercut our fucking sales. And I know there's a lot of comedy shows going on in the area at any given time. I know ticket
Right.
prices
It's hard
vary.
to sell tickets.
It's hard to sell tickets,
You
period.
know, anybody that's, not just running like an open mic or whatever, like knows how hard it is to like actually book something
Yeah.
and then get people to fucking not only go to it, but to pay to go to it.
Yeah. That's difficult. So, like, I get that. And I also get that there's a bunch of comedy shows happening at any time, and we're all, in some way or whatever, kind of competing against each other to get these tickets sold. That's fine. They're all different comedy shows with different
Well,
acts.
you guys were doing a show on the same night that I was doing a show.
Yeah.
But it's totally different. It's in
totally
different cities. It's
Yeah.
not that big of a deal.
It's not a big
Yeah.
deal. But we have shows on the same night that clubs do.
Right.
It's not the same thing, so it's something else. But to take our brand and then try to do it the next weekend, go fuck yourself. Like,
yeah, plagiarizing.
1,000 which ways.
Some people are smart enough to not plagiarize in their own community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the strangest thing. It's like,
Well, I remember
did you not think this was going to come up?
I remember, Hot Mess wasn't originally your guys' idea. That was one of Dick Roos's friends from up north.
Yes.
And then so Dick went to him and was like, "I think this is really cool. Can I do this in my market and then and call it this? Is that okay with you?" And then it was like, "Of course."
Yeah,
That's
and that
exactly
Not a big
how
deal.
we did
Yeah.
that, and I brought
Yeah.
that to Lauren as soon as we talked about it because that's exactly what it was. It was some kid in Maine ran an open mic where he had people eat hot chicken wings before they got up and did the mic.
Right.
Kyle and I just developed it into a show,
Right.
yeah.
and we did ask for permission to do it
And
first
that's
because
what
that's
you
the
should do.
respectful thing to do in the comedy.
Right, because it's your
Yeah.
friend. Yeah,
Right.
we're all
You
supposed to
don't-
be friends.
you don't
Even if
just
we don't like
lift
each other,
something-
we kind of got to be friends.
Yeah, we're
okay?
all suffering in the same ways. You should at least have
Yeah.
respect for each
Like,
other in that
everyone
regard.
that's done comedy the last 20 years has seen the Carlos Mencia videos.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone knows that plagiarism's not cool. Like stealing a joke and stealing a theme of somebody's show
Right.
is the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's-
well, that's
it's
what I
not any
said. I was
different.
like, if somebody is willing to steal your brand, he will steal other people's jokes.
Right.
It's the
Well,
same line of
Do you,
Well,
thought.
and
well,
I
do you
got-
think that's like internet culture though? Do you think that's possibly like
Maybe. I
like
kinda,
meme stealing?
Here's what
You know,
I-
because
I-
like internet culture is now it's like if I make a joke or a meme or something and then I put it on like Tumblr or something, like somebody else will just steal that and then make their own like
Yeah.
that day.
Here's the
You know?
only theory I have that can possibly absolve this guy, and I don't want to say it because now he'll just run with it. I think this guy just doesn't know anything and thought unholy comedy was the same thing as like a roast battle. You just call it roast battle.
Oh, okay.
Like he's just
Maybe.
dumb. He's just dumb and doesn't
That's
know.
true. I
He doesn't
mean,
actually
that
know
could be
anything
true.
about comedy.
So here's the thing. If he did think that, and we reached out to him privately, and we said, "Hey, dude, what is this about?" And he said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
well,
Whatever."
yeah.
But instead he got aggressive. He was
But
like, "Oh, I
instead-
changed it. Are you happy
Yeah,
now?
no,
now it's called the
instead-
dumb fuck you show."
Yeah, and now it was
It's like,
all
We're
this
calling it
fucking
the dumb
shit.
fuck you Lauren
he
show.
Yeah.
got aggressive that like people were upset that you're stealing from somebody else in the scene, but it's like
Right.
you're the one that fucked up.
Yeah.
here. You're
Well,
not,
I think
you're not
most
the
comics
victim
just
now,
kind of.
dude.
I think most comics weren't like, "We hate you." I think we were just like, "We're gonna make fun of you because you're stupid."
Yeah, this
Right.
is not okay.
Yes, you're-
Yeah, like don't do that. It's dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very comic way to talk to each other. Hey, dude, you're very dumb.
Yeah.
You're dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make fun
Did
of you.
you know you're dumb?
So
Because
it,
you're dumb.
it would be
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing if he acknowledged his bad and like we never had to post about it and it was done. But he didn't. He fucking dug his heels fucking in. He called everyone every sort of name. He said, "I didn't know about it," when he clearly did. And you know what? Honestly, I'm not the maddest at him.
And
I'm not the maddest
We're
at
kind
him.
of coming full circle here though, because he did threaten to buy me.
He
Oh,
did
he
threaten
I
to
threatened
buy
assume
him.
buy
Is for
Jander?
Yeah.
gay wet butthole.
Fuck
sex.
you, Jander.
Gay
I could
butthole
buy and
sex for
sell
sure.
you.
Wet butthole sex.
Yeah. What does that even mean? Like, I fuck you, I could buy you?
Yeah, he
What
wanted
does that
to,
mean?
He wanted
That
to
sounds like
purchase
something
me.
Donald Trump would say.
Yeah,
It's-
like
well, that's what he was
Everybody
going
knows I
with.
could buy you.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
a
the
piece of
oldest thing on
garbage.
Epstein
Yeah.
Island.
I have so much money.
Yeah. I'm the expired butthole on
Yeah.
Epstein
Well, there's
Island.
no doubt that this dude is like probably
I
a
do-
trumped like asshole liquor.
I mean,
like,
like you guys complain about the scene or whatever, but I feel like everybody was on your guys' side immediately
I
in this
think-
one case.
in this one case, I think a lot of people that mattered were actually
Right.
pretty outstanding and saying some things that I really appreciated. I think.
Well, all the headliners
Yes.
went on there and were like, "You're dumb."
Yes. So, and I genuinely appreciated that. And it was really heartwarming to hear that. I will say there were ways that I was really disappointed in the scene. For instance, there were comics that were put on that show that all right, let me start from a place of if this happened to me. Okay?
Right.
If I found out that I was put on a show that was obviously stealing a well-known local brand and people were like, "Hey, what is this about?" My first reaction would be like, "Hey guys, I didn't know anything about this. I'm so sorry. This is fucked up. I'm not doing this." And that
yeah,
would have been it.
So embarrassed.
I would be ashamed.
I would be very embarrassed
Right?
if that happened to me.
Yeah,
So-
and how hard is it for you as a comic to be like, not do the show at Pegasus?
Yeah. What are you losing?
Right, yeah.
Like,
Well, that's
come on,
that.
dude.
I mean, that is kind of the culture in this Tampa Bay comedy scene now, where it's like, I'll do any show for any
Yeah.
amount of money or no money at all,
Yeah.
or I'll pay.
even
Yeah.
if it's
or
ripping
please.
off my peers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a real desperate sense to a lot of these motherfuckers.
And I
Yeah.
think like
And let me just be straight with a lot of these places. Like, if you're a comic that performs in these places, or you are one of these places that charges for open mics, or fucking doesn't pay comics, like, that is not a comedy club. That's not a comedy night. That is fucking community theater.
Yeah.
Okay, that's just community theater. Okay, just call it that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the
Don't
other
fuck
thing
with
this
me
guy.
trying to actually sell tickets to professional comedy shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, this particular guy that stole the show and tried to rebrand it and sell ride on the name and sell tickets. He charges comics for the Pegasus open mic. That mic has been free for 10 years.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
it's
he
all
comes
stupid
along and
all
of
day
a sudden
long.
He's
Now it's
charging
$5
comedians.
because because he saw that other people would pay $5.
But
Yes.
it's not fucking. You know what? At the end of the
And
day,
apparently somebody is actually paying $5 to go to the Pegasus open
At-
mic.
well,
Yeah, well, it's
Blows
like,
my mind.
well, he looks like, well, people will pay $5 to go to this other rape shack.
Yeah.
Then why can't I charge?
that's
$5 to
exactly
come to
right.
This weird one.
That is,
Yeah.
it is a Sophie's choice of rape shacks
yeah,
in Tampa.
I don't even go over to Tampa
Yeah.
for that kind of shit anymore.
But like, I'll say this much: like, as much of an asshole as that Seth dude is, and how fucking feckless and stupid as he is, I am not as mad at him as I am the comics that were the fucking headlining photos on there. And okay, here's one thing you didn't know. Okay, cool.
right.
Chris was on it. He was the guy on it,
Well,
right?
he knew.
And he said originally that he didn't know,
He knew.
but he did. And, like, it was obvious that he did. He was obviously thought it was funny, because then he went on to make fucking meme flyers saying Lauren and Hugh's dog shit show, and like, what the fuck, dude? Like, first
Yeah,
of all,
I thought that was your guys' friend.
yeah, I thought we were cool.
Yeah.
I thought we were cool.
mean-
Why are you being a dick to me?
That's
I mean,
how
that
comedy
guy-
is sometimes. You think people are cool with you, and apparently they're just not for
So
That guy kind of
whatever reasons
that
in
kind
there.
of that guy kind
Whatever.
of smells like a homeless dude, so
yeah,
I've never really fucked with
it's
him.
fine. I can handle not breathing his air. That's great for me. But so like, that's one thing. So the shit he said, real dog shit.
We're talking
real,
a lot of shit on this episode.
I
love
don't
it.
care.
I love it.
I have been wanting to
let's
talk
get
this
to
shit.
Biden.
No, I'm not done.
Joe Biden.
I am not fucking done, because the thing that pisses me off the most is the thing that everyone rallied around, and it upsets me. And I'll fucking say it right on fucking camera, and I hope this gets us views. So suck my fucking dick. I think it's really shitty that Amanda Hoffman was on that fucking flyer, and she said nothing. She said absolutely nothing.
That
she
is
didn't,
weird.
She didn't say anything
'Cause
privately.
She seems very nice. Because, yeah, I would have definitely reached
She
out
didn't
and been
say-
like, hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
she
I
didn't
did
say
not
anything
know
privately
that he
in-
was going to make a poster that made me look like you.
Well, there's, there are thoughts on that too. Let me get to that. She didn't say anything privately in the group chat. She didn't reach out to me privately, just one-on-one, like, hey, girl, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. Honestly, that's all it would have took. She didn't say anything publicly, and people went on to say, poor Amanda, she must be so embarrassed right now. Well, here's the fucking thing. If you look at the flyer, she's standing in the coffin in the photo that's used on the fucking flyer. Oh, you
Right.
just randomly turned in that one?
yeah.
You knew.
Okay, yeah, that does.
You knew.
You're right. You're right.
You fucked around.
No.
You got called out.
You're right.
Eat my ass. You said
I didn't
nothing
even-
to me.
I didn't even think about that.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, it doesn't look good, and it feels
No,
pretty
unless
shitty.
he
'cause
went on her Facebook and then got
He
the
said
photo.
that
Just
the
lifted him.
comics gave him
Yeah,
those
but he's a
photos.
liar.
I don't
He
care.
is a liar.
Yeah, so
He is a liar.
He is a liar.
Well, you know what? If somebody was fucking using my name
right.
like that,
I think that's enough inside baseball for this episode.
Yeah.
Amanda Hoffman, suck my dick. Don't talk to me in person. You
That's
said
fine.
enough privately.
I think that's fine.
all I have to say.
We are talking shit on this episode. Talking shit on this episode is actually brought to you today by randomfandom.com. It's random-fandom.com. Let me go over here. Those are my show notes, but let me make this
Our
bigger.
other sponsor, plagiarism.
Amanda's sponsor, Push-Up
random-fandom.com
Bras.
it's actually offshoot of somethingplanet.com. It's our t-shirt business. You can see all of our designs right here. I'm scrolling through them. Right now, they're not on sale, but this is actually from TeePublic, so it goes on sale all the time. We got Baby Billy's Bible Bonkers. We got there's some There's a bunch of raccoons that live in the dumpster behind Country Pizza Inn. We got Thinking About the Roman Empire. Gwyneth Paltrow gave me brain damage. That one is actually very popular.
The best one.
Gwyneth
yeah, she
Paltrow did give me brain damage. Crunch Wop Supreme. Kenny Lock. We got 2 pages of designs here. So, yeah, check out random-fandom.com. Also, the show is brought to you by the Carry Cart. That's carrycart.com with 2 Ks.
Yeah.
Carrycart.com. So basically it's a trolley, it's a dolly, it's a hand truck,
Okay.
and it's a stepladder.
So what are you carrying in it?
You can
Or
carry whatever. I mean, this
up
is
in
like
it.
Lauren is in a band. This would be perfect for your band.
It's a stepladder too?
If you want to come over here and you want to look at this, you can.
I trust
It
you.
is quite the device.
It's-
It's almost big enough that you could chop up Tom Wise and carry him in it.
You could kill Tom Wise and cart him into
could.
the woods.
I mean, that is a very tall man. You
With
might
the
even
carry
with the
cart.
carry cart, you might need
That's
two.
a-
You
Well,
might need
it's
buy
a
2
ball.
carry
Of course.
cards.
Well, you could just make it into the trolley section here. As you can see, you can carry a whole pallet of bricks on this. I don't know if is that true?
I don't know what you did to Tom Wise that you would have to saw him up, but I'm
But
just
he would
saying,
fit on the carry cart.
He would fit in the carry cart.
If you go to carrycart.com right now, that's carrycart with 2 Ks, and use the code SP at checkout, you're going to get $20 off your first carry cart.
Damn.
So this is you should show it to your mom and dad, who I know have
Yes.
a crap ton of musical gear.
Too much.
This thing
musical gear.
folds up into nothing in the car too.
They
So-
do need this shit.
So they
dude.
do need this. Okay, so check out carrycart.com. That's carrycart with 2 Ks. All right,
Boom, Timothy Wise.
let's move on with the show. Let's keep going. I got the carry cart here, and I'm just gonna put that back. I don't know what I did to this. Oh, here we go. Cool. All right. Coming up next, we have a new segment.
New segment.
Well, it's an old segment, but
Old
it's a-
segment.
it's a new segment and an old segment.
Ooh, something old, something new. It's like me.
It's Something Planet, Massive Media, tonight.
Yes. I like it when she talks.
Something Planet Massive Media. That is my beautiful wife, Leah Murray, introducing that segment. I don't know if that was loud enough. I don't know. I'm still working out the kinks here, guys.
He was awful quiet.
I'm working out the kinks here, okay? Hopefully you heard that at home, because
Leah
she's
is
great.
often very quiet, though. so.
She is often very... I don't think I played that loud enough. Massive Media, you guys saw the new Dune, right?
Yes.
All right, well, I talked about it a little bit on the last episode, but I know you're a Dune super fan,
Yes.
Lauren. So what did you think of the movie?
I loved it. It was excellent. It was excellently executed. All right, so in the beginning of the movie, the very beginning of the movie, like we're like the super beginning, and you actually get Irulan giving a journal report in the beginning.
Oh, that's
I was
cool.
like, fuck yes, this movie is going to be fire, because so every chapter in the Dune books is predicated by either a journal entry that's written by Irulan, or she might have written a history book for kids to read at school. She might have written something for the Bene Gesserit. There's a lot of like documents that predicate each chapter.
That's how you know you're a real nerd, when you get wet over documents.
I was very wet over these documents. So
I was just wet for Timothy Chalamet.
I was really
That is America's favorite twink.
yeah.
He's my mass hole pass.
And it righted a wrong for me in the first Dune movie, because this is what Lynch got right in his
I still like the
iteration.
David Lynch one.
Huh?
I still like the David Lynch one.
Yeah, I still like it too.
I think I like the new one better.
It's its own thing. It's
The
its
new
own
one was
thing.
pretty great.
But what one of the things that Lynch got right, specifically in his version, is he starts it off with Irulan, and she goes, in the beginning. The beginning is something about the beginning being the most important time. I can't say it correctly, but you know what? If you know, you know, and that's how Dune starts. And it upset me that the first act, the first movie, that they didn't start with that little interlude by Irulan. I thought that was kind of a missed point.
Right, but
So-
they made up for it.
They made up for it in Dune 2, so I'm okay with it now. So I felt good about that. I was like, okay, we've gotten through this movie needs to make money point. That was what Dune 1 was. Like,
We got to
need
make
to
the money.
prove, yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I thought the second one was the money right
Oh,
there.
well,
That
it
was-
wa-
it
it-
was all the good shit was in the
Yes,
second one.
the second
was
one
gorgeous.
was the good shit, but the first one had to happen in order to convince your people who are
Right.
not huge sci-fi fans and everything that this is worth,
They're like,
seeing
look, we
the
got
next
Zendaya.
one.
We have Zendaya.
We
Please
will
come.
We have her for a little bit. We will have her much more later, which is what they ended up doing with Florence
everybody
Pugh.
loves
I'm gonna
Zendaya.
be
We
I'm
got
gonna
her.
be devil's advocate here and just say that this was desert abattoir. That's all it is.
Abattoir.
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 It's French. No, I loved it.
you know-
Also, how terrifying was Austin Butler
Oh, he was
as
great.
Elvis?
Also, no. Don't segue.
Austin Butler is such a good
No,
actor.
don't
No, he was
I
amazing.
just
No.
watched. I just finished
Explain-
Masters of the Sky with him, and he's like such a totally different person. That's how good of a fucking.
Oh, he's
actor
a
he is.
great actor.
He's like
He
the
was frightening in
all-American.
Dune.
He's
Yeah.
like the all-American Air Force pilot in World War II who loves his girlfriend back home and just wants to get done with this war and go and start a family. Like he's perfect. That guy. And
Very
then he goes from that
Americana.
to that guy who's like kissing his uncle on the lips.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, no, there's
Yeah.
so much more to say because first of all, I will not be distracted by something incredibly offensive that you just said. So, what do you mean? Explain. How is Dune Desert Avatar?
Well, Avatar is probably
Well.
definitely ripped off a little bit from Dune.
Okay.
Yeah, all the desert
Timothy
people
Chalamet
stuff.
is adopting to their culture.
Yeah.
He falls in love with one of them. He becomes their leader.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it's a lot of the same
well,
plot
it's
points, dude.
no, but I mean, it didn't. I mean, Avatar didn't, or Dune didn't
it's,
rip
it's
off Avatar.
Desert
Though.
Abattoir.
No, I mean, no, that it's Alien Dune. Yeah.
Dude.
It's no, I'm not even going to go
Avatar
that
is
far with
Alien
you
Dune, yeah.
because first of all,
Yeah, because
you
there's no aliens in Dune, right? Any of the books, I don't think has any aliens. Everyone's human, right?
I mean, you've got non-Earth creatures.
yeah, but not intelligent.
But as far as
species.
intelligence, no, the intelligent species that are somewhat foreign and alien to human eyes are all just what happens to humans 20,000 years in the future
right.
based
it's like we're
on
aliens to ourselves.
Yeah,
That's the theory.
yes.
That's the theory in real life that gray aliens are just like human beings from the future that have just,
Exactly.
like, changed themselves.
Just,
and that's kind of
they're
that
just weak
theme.
bitches.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
but
weird, weak bitches.
you do realize that like it's so there is the minimalistic view of saying that like Paul is, a kind of a white savior character. He goes in, he befriends the natives, he
He's the
becomes
Messiah,
the
yeah.
Messiah, blah, 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 blah. You understand he's a bad guy, right?
Well, not yet. Don't spoil it.
If you don't want it to be spoiled, then you should have read the book 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
feel
That's
sorry
fair.
for you.
Spoiler
50,
alert.
more like 50 years
Yeah,
ago.
and if you...
Honestly, I was only making that point to troll, and
Just
look how
a-
successful.
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
you totally got her.
Oh, you want to
Totally
start a fucking
successful.
conversation? Because we'll have one.
All right, how? What do you rate Dune Part 2? I got one more movie I got to talk about.
I give
Alright.
it an 8
We're
out
gonna
of
get
10.
outta
I
here.
really liked it.
Yeah, I would give the Dune, the part 1, I would give that a 7. I would give Dune 2, I give that a sturdy 9.5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Last movie I want to talk about, and I gotta have you back in because you like read as much as I do.
Yeah.
So there's so many books we could talk about
Ooh,
too.
we could talk about
But I am
books.
trying to keep these episodes shorter. Okay. So
Well,
I mean, we could talk forever, but
you can edit plenty of things I
well,
said
we
tonight.
we could just finish up here and then we can go talk about books.
You
and
heard it here
literature.
Yeah.
first, folks. I won't be back on the show because I'm an illiterate.
You're an
dumbass.
illiterate. Well, you got a nice wet butthole though. So.
I do have a wet belt.
Your
I'll
career-
be on a different cam. That
It's a
night.
it's a beehole cam.
Tune into my OnlyFans.
Your career
We
ended
recently-
at Desert Avatar.
Yeah, we recently found out that Jander is actually the guy from Glass Ass.
It's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My God.
It's finally been unveiled.
I have scars.
Glass ass is one thing, but if I ever found out that you were Goatsy,
oh God.
I would be so proud.
If I was Goatsy, that's how I would greet everyone.
Okay, before this is a marriage question, real quick. Before I talk about the next movie, and we are running out of time here, but
Okay.
that's fine. Have you seen his butthole?
Uh,
This way. It looks better this way on the camera.
I think once I actually kind of did.
Did you see his butthole?
Yeah.
Because all men see women's buttholes, but most women
God, I
don't see
hate
men's
that.
buttholes.
Yeah, she's never seen
Dude,
my butthole.
I
Yeah,
have.
my wife
no,
has never
I
seen
have.
my asshole.
We were drunk, but I have.
We were drunk, but I have.
We were drunk, but I have.
We're
And
gonna see it tonight.
that's the most unfair
We do have
thing.
plans now.
That's
It
the
is-
most.
That's not equal.
It's not fucking equal
That's
in
not
a
equal.
hetero relationship. Is I hate the fact that like if you're doing it from behind as the woman, it's just like, man, I hope I wiped so well. Like it is at
Yeah,
least.
I don't want anyone.
You
got to
ride the sandworm, baby.
No,
Yeah.
but there's no way of knowing, and I don't have
I'm
like
gonna
a.
put one of those little thumping devices right.
No,
on your
I thought
ass.
about like
Some of the
putting a like a little like you know like on cars or bikes there's those little mirrors that kind of like come around like that. I thought about
Yeah.
putting one in like a toilet just so I can just kind of like make sure cuz like you never know what's left behind.
What if he sat down
I
on the
think you
toilet
you
and
should
you just watched
probably
him crap
wipe
and then
thoroughly
looks like
if
a
you're
whole
worried.
snake comes out and into the toilet.
That's the next season of
If
American
you're-
Horror
if you're-
Story.
If you're ever slightly concerned that your asshole's not clean, you should keep wiping.
Yep.
Like,
No, but
Give it a little
you shouldn't just be like, I think I got it.
no, with that mentality, I'd never leave the house.
Yeah, that's true too.
Because
I don't
I'm-
know. Yeah.
When I leave the house, I'm like, did I leave the hair curler on? Guess what? I never curl my hair, but do I think about it? Yes.
All right, last movie I want to talk about, and I brought this up because I know that you guys watched it, or I mean, Jander might have slept through it, but you were in the room while it played. Mean Girls from 2024.
Yeah.
What did y'all think?
So
I thought it was pretty funny.
it was pretty funny. It wasn't as funny as the
I
original.
think the original was definitely more of a
wasn't, yeah.
comedy.
Yes. The original's more of a comedy. The
I mean,
new
it's
one is a
both-
musical.
They're both written by the same comedians.
Yeah.
It
You
was
know.
interesting to watch the PC omissions of a 20-year version later.
Right.
Yeah.
To like just watch some of the things go, like the gym teacher having a relationship with some of the students in the original.
Yeah.
Wait, that was happening?
In the original,
Oh,
in the,
yeah!
In the original, they were like catching the gym teacher with what's her
Asian
name?
girl.
Trang or something like that. I can't remember. her
Yeah,
name.
there's a whole side plot.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
whole
really?
subplot
Yeah.
where the gym teacher is like banging a couple of the students.
I do not remember.
Yeah,
that.
Yes.
and that was out.
So in this,
In
yeah,
this one,
in
yeah.
this movie, it's Regina
Millennials
George
thought
is
that was
found.
pretty funny until we had kids.
Yeah.
Until they had kids, and were like, "Do
Yes.
not fuck my kids, please."
Yeah.
Please.
So like
Yeah.
there were
This
things.
is not the education I signed up for.
Yeah.
There are things they cut out of it, and like that's not then like.
Right,
that,
I didn't like Regina George as much as the original. She was way funnier.
Oh, so but that's the
agree.
difference.
I thought the main character was just as good as Lindsay Lohan, though. I thought the lead actor.
Yeah, she seemed.
I thought she was just as funny.
I thought
as
all the
Lindsay Lohan.
cast
Yeah.
did a great job.
Yeah.
It was just very different.
And
It was
Janice
different
really
that it was
stole the
musical.
show too.
Janice was great.
Yeah, Janice stole
Mm-hmm.
the whole movie. It was almost like it was her movie.
Yeah, it kind of was.
She was her and the guy were the narrators or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was
They're-
almost
they
like
killed
it
it.
was her.
They killed
it was
it.
her
Yeah,
movie.
she
Yeah,
did a
they
great
absolutely
job.
destroyed.
It's weird because the original Regina George, Rachel McAdams, she is funnier and she's more hateable. Like you fucking hate Rachel McAdams in that.
Yeah, no, you really.
Yeah, they
really
didn't
hate
give her
Yeah, this
any
one you kind of feel
empathy.
bad for her.
I didn't feel
Yeah.
bad for her. I wanted to fuck her so bad.
The new one?
Yes, she like.
You're a little too old for her. I think.
No, not in real life. Not in real life.
No,
It's
they're all
fine.
25. I
Yeah,
think.
in real life, it's fine.
Sure, in the movie she's 16, but in real life she's 34.
Yeah, the actress is the right age, so it's cool. But
She's
like,
thick in all the right spots.
and that was another big change. Is like,
Oh yeah, they made her
yeah,
thick.
yeah, and that was that felt really interesting to me.
Yeah, my wife mentioned, she was like, "This is the first time that like a lead actress has been like a size 10.
Yes.
Any time that I can remember.
And that was kind of, it hit me really hard when I was watching it. Not to be like super emotional about it, but like it hit me really hard to see that the bad guy that was the hottest girl in school, the hottest girl in school was thick as fuck. And there were moments where I had to like kind of deal with myself a little bit where I was like, is this even realistic? I can't.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know if it's
Well,
real.
you guys don't have kids that age yet,
Yeah,
so
and
you
I was,
don't know.
and it's like that's not what my experience was. My experience was a Rachel McAdams type, and so it was kind of cool to see like, oh, the hottest person in the room can be a size whatever, and like that was really neat to see, and I really liked it. And she had one song where she seduced the boyfriend at the
I
party.
didn't like those songs. those are the songs I didn't like.
Jander
I
slept
liked
through
all
that
the
song.
songs except for the bad guys songs.
The song,
all the Regina songs, I did
man,
not like.
I felt totally different. Jander slept through it, so whatever. But like that song where she seduces the boyfriend at the party, I thought was so fucking hot.
Potty.
At the potty, yeah.
Aaron Samuel's definitely better in this film.
And didn't try to rape John Jacobs.
And
The new
Yes.
guy, yeah.
Give him a chance.
Yeah, he still might try
Yeah,
to
give him a
He's
couple
new
years.
star, John.
This new guy still
John
might try to
Jacobs,
rape,
make
rape
it
John
happen.
Jacobs. Yeah, Jacobs, you just present. Buddy.
But yeah, I give it a.
I give it a solid 7.
It's a 7. It's
Yeah.
a
I give it
7.
a solid
like a
7.
seven's
I
fair.
thought it was. I think it's for people that are like your guys' age to like show to your kids, basically.
Yes,
I think that's what it's for.
I would feel more comfortable with the kids watching this one than
the original,
Than
for
the
sure.
original.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it's definitely a fun way to do it as a musical. And it was fun to see Tina Fey and
Oh yeah, they changed that.
The
Spoiler
principal,
alert: Tim
Tim
Meadows.
Tim Meadows.
They both look great, by the
Yeah,
way.
they look
They didn't
great.
look like they didn't.
Tim
neither
Meadows
of them
had some
changed
great
at all
lines.
in
No.
20 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he had some great lines even in this one. They gave him some new lines that I thought were really
And
good.
Lindsay Lohan got the cameo. I
Yes,
like the cameo.
I liked
She
that.
did, yes.
She's
So-
a little bit back up on like an upswing. I think.
Yeah,
I think we're
Leah
gonna be
just watched
seeing more of
new
her.
movie the other day.
Oh, the rom-com thing.
Rom-com. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
I don't
Is
know
it-
I don't know if it's any good. But anyway, we got to get out of here. You guys want to plug some show dates or what?
May 25th. Keep an eye out. Unholy is gonna be doing its shit then. So yeah, look for that on Eventbrite or unholycomedyshow.com.
This week I'm going to be on the Johnny B Show on 102.5 The Bone or the iHeart Radio app. So make sure to check out the
Nice.
Johnny B Show every night that it's on, actually. But I'm going to be on there Thursday. And then Friday the 22nd, we got Amber Autry. I'm going to be hosting for her, and Amanda Wilson is the feature.
Nice.
On the 26th, I am going to be featuring for Danny Bevins at the Safety Harbor Spa. Get your tickets now. I think it's just comedyatthespa.com. Jander, you got any show dates?
Sure. March 29th and 30th, I'm middling for Mr. Matt Fernandez in Fort Lauderdale. We're doing
Nice.
some cool stuff. And then I'm at Growler Bar in Tampa, April 6th. And then the weekend after that, April 11th, I'm middling at Wesley Chapel Side Splitters.
Nice.
Don't know who for.
Don't know
but
who for.
It'll be fun.
Tell him to bring me. I'll
Bring
come.
John.
Yeah, tell him to bring me. Matt Fernandez hooked me up with a show too. I'm gonna be doing 420 at that. I forget the theater name in Ocala. I'm sure it's the only theater in Ocala.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably. Yes.
So yeah, that's I'll talk
The
about
only
that more
one
later.
that's not a horse track.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Well, I missed that horse track. I killed at that horse track. Okay, buddy. Remember, once again, carrycart.com with 2 Ks. Use the code SP at checkout for $20 off the carry cart. And please check out random-fandom.com. Thank you to Lauren and Jander for coming on the show. Really appreciate it. Next episode, we're going to have JJ Curry and Brad Gilmore here in studio. I was actually going to do
Nice.
remote with JJ, and then he was like, well, I'm going to be there in a week, so why don't I just come in? And I was like, that sounds great.
That's awesome.
So JJ is down from New York. He's got a bunch of cool shit to talk about, and I also miss Brad. Thank you guys for coming out, and that's the show.
We miss Brad too. Bye, Brad.